I do the impossible, impossible.
Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Daniel Jones and the Green Bay Packers taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Now this defense for the Packers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw in this game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 16 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet. And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Jones. That pass is caught by Hardy. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 70. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CV, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Dean Lowry in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Out to his left. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow flushed out right. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty. After the penalty, it's Mixon.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing Jones. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Burrow now off the bootleg, rolling to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
They go play action with Burrow. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. Hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Jones. It's hauled in by Hardy. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. Throwing on 1st down. Jones throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Play of the half for Burrow and company. Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
McPherson now for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On second down, it's Jones. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This will be fielded at the 17. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the move to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. And McPherson on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he's got some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 66 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw. Jones. Right side to Watson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They begin with a run by Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They blitzed there, but to be honest, I don't know if it would have mattered had they blitzed or not. That run play was going nowhere.
Man, it's really, really difficult at times to figure out where that defense is coming from. But if you're committed to running the football, you can get people up on those linebackers, right? Those guards don't have to block anyone at the line of scrimmage. They can get up to the 2nd level and create some space.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
He's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Burrow. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen. Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off. Now Jones. Throwing on 1st down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months. I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea. Jones on 1st down. Oh, he stays up. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Hardy. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. They'll look to throw again. He goes once again right back to Hardy. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 21. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Caught by Jones. They juked him. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun, Jones to the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On second and goal, Jones, and it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. His second rushing touchdown of the year and third overall. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. Devontae Wyatt there for the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Throwing on second down. Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks up. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, this deep, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart in points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback and a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. To throw is Jones. He'll drop this under. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessful.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Mixing up the middle. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Oh, that'll be incomplete. No, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin him back at their 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
This is caught. It's Hardy. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. Here's Jones. Pass complete, Tunyon. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8. And defensively, they'll say you can have that. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Jones. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory. But they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere, the most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory. So for